I said, why?
Jordan, she's a pussy.
That's what I took it.
Dad, you're a pussy, yo.
He's like, you are a vagina. I said, why am I a vagina? He's like, because you are annoying.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, who are you talking to? He's like, no, who are you talking to? And Olivia's just there, like, trying not to laugh. He's like, oh my gosh. And I was like,
remind me of Leah.
He's cheeky.
Yeah.
When I say cheeky, I'm just like, who are you talking to? And I was like, I can't remember what he said, but it was just like going in, just coming, like, he has an answer for everything. Yeah. When I say everything, you be like, he's like, no, you be quiet, you get out of here. And the other day, yeah, Olivia must have said, come to the bath. He was in the front room, like, proper shouting, like, I'm not coming to the bath. I don't want a bath. So I've come out of the kitchen, said, and I could just see him smiling as he's shouting. I'm watching him. He's like, I'm not coming up the stairs. And he's like, proper smiling. I was like, nah, I said, Sereno, make sure you listen to your mum when she's speaking to you. And he's like, no. He said, no. He's like, she shouts at me. So no, I'm not listening to it. I don't have to.
Oh, that's Remy like.
Is it?
Not.
Yeah, he's
But-
like, I don't have to. I said, yo, get your ass upstairs. And then he just went, but he's like smiling and thinking that you're bad, you know.
You know
what you're doing.
You know what he's doing.
Because yeah.
My child's the same.
Nah, that's what I mean. But you, man, these days, that's what I don't like. That's why when people say, "Oh, you're having another one," no, because I couldn't get away with what I was doing.
100%.
I couldn't get away with that, and I couldn't. No, it's too much effort, man.
This is the last one I'll say. Yeah, he came from school. Yeah, he had a shit. Yeah, like he had a poo. Blah, blah, I cleaned his bum. Yeah, and I was like, rah. It's like, what have you ate today? He's like, I don't know. I was like, well, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Come downstairs. Then he's like, oh, I need a poo again. So we gone upstairs. I said, nah, Sereno, like, what have you actually ate? I told you already. I do not know. Why do you keep on asking me? And I was like,
I told you already.
He said, I told you already. And
I do not know.
Like, and then he came downstairs like, and he's like, are you okay, Sereno? What have you ate? And he just breathed. He's just like, and kissed his teeth. And she's like, he does it at the right time as well. And he must have done it in Olivia's mum's house. Yeah, she's like, don't you ever kiss your teeth in my house again. The kid went silent. He hasn't done it since. Comes back home, he's like, he's cheeky, man. I swear. I was like, I'm done with him, man.
They call it three-nagers, don't they? So you get terrible twos, then you get the three-nagers. So I'm assuming they get kind of normal at 4.
Hopefully, man, because I'm gonna knock him out.
It just depends on the child, you know.
I didn't really go through none of them terrible twos.
What, you as in your kids or you?
Nah, the kids.
Okay.
Me with my youths.
Yeah, my kid didn't either apart from the last one.
See, it's weird because terrible twos, I
That's a mad
think
thing.
his terrible twos happened before he turned 2.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I thought it was all right after that, but it's only till now. He's just like flipped the script again. I'm just like, he's like, what colour's a dirty bungle? I was like, what?
What?
He said, what colour's a dirty bungle in it? Because if he doesn't brush his teeth, I call him a dirty bungle in it. I was like, what colour's a dirty bungle? And I said, what colour do you think? And he looked at me and said, black. I'm brown. Mummy's brown. But you're black. I swear down. I was like, yeah, you're taking a piss.
What's when your kids went through terrible twos?
Yeah.
That's the last one, you
Last
know.
one, man.
Ah, how special that is.
My last one, bro.
You must have thought you got away with that too, innit?
I did.
Yeah, that's why he had so many.
I did. The last one's the worst one, man.
Yeah, my youth was like kicking people, biting people, hitting people, pushing people. Terrible twos was long.
Yeah, no, I never went through the whole hitting other people stage.
Kind of clip.
Or kicking other people stage, nah.
So my little cousin was putting the shoes on one time and he went bang and kicked her in the face.
Wow.
My mum was like, apparently my mum was there, I went there, my mum was like, come here!
School.
Hit the hook. I'm so sorry, Aaron. I would never hit your child, but he kicked her in the face.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, slap him up, man. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Something you slap.
Good man a day.
Do you know what I'm saying? You definitely go on this day. I don't think he's not done it again. Yeah.
That's how I love your mum though, because she was so apologetic. My dad would not give a shit. You get me? He wouldn't even tell me. Like the kids are telling me, "Oh, granddad beat me today," and I'm like, "What? What?"
Your kids.
Nah, it's not how I'm saying. That's not what happened. That's what happened.
Imagine that. That's what he said. Your dad won't beat them. They're like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
In
nah.
comparison to, but it's always the case, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he ain't doing nothing.
Do you
Yeah,
know
he's
what?
soft.
Everyone says it's always the case,
I'm
but
soft now.
Yeah, my dad.
it normally.
I've always known your dad as soft. Though.
Oh,
That's
don't
what
get me
I'm
started.
trying to
I know, but you're gonna turn around and say, "Oh, Terry probably soft."
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, Terry's soft.
No, he's not me.
Obviously, it's not in it.
he's not.
Obviously, you see a different light into it. But this is what I was having a conversation with the other day. Like, say for example, granddad.
Yeah.
I thought granddad was soft until
I thought granddad was soft.
until I had to live there. And when we lived there, I just thought, nah, this guy, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Why dad told me the stories. He's like, yo, granddad's soft than you. I used to get beats and licks and all those things. But
you
I was like,
understand
granddad's
things.
soft. But then if you think about it, if you touch that TV when horse racing's
Oh, you can't touch
on,
the TV.
or
Mad.
even like do set things, you can see that coming out of him, innit? And it's just weird because I was just like, in reality, how did grandma put up with him?
Yeah, no, but you know what? Yo, that's true though, because my granddad. Yo, I think that's just the old school thing. My
It's a
granddad was the
generational thing,
same.
innit?
Yeah.
That's what
And
I'm trying to say.
We
Yeah.
used to even go around on a Sunday, and he would be watching cricket.
Cricket,
You get me? They have cricket on, and you go on a Sunday, and I'm looking, and granddad. He's asleep.
sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm like this. Over man's eyes and everything now, yeah. Like,
DX and that.
so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he don't react, and I think, yeah. So look at Stacey, like, yeah, switch the TV. You get me?
TV.
You get me?
Nah, instant wake up.
Yeah, me and Stacey will get one of the cousins, you know, like, not regulars.
Yeah.
Because obviously we was there every week, every Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
But then my other cousins will come, you know what I mean?
Now and again.
Like, now and again.
Yeah.
And it's them ones that you get and you go, turn the TV over, grab the remote in it and turn the TV over. Because you don't know whether granddad's out. As soon as they touch that TV remote,
Awake,
it just...
I was watching that. What you doing?
Oi! Left arm. You get me? He never said any names because he got that many grandchildren. You get me? It was just, oi, you, boy. Anyway,
That's
sorry.
what I mean, man.
We digress. Yeah, but you can clip these up, you know, shorts.
Thank you for the information.
Everyone's telling Aaron how to do his job, you know.
I think I was cold, bro.
You know what? You best be careful. You don't want him to down tools and not do the work because everyone's telling him how to do his job.
Listen, yeah, I put in bare hours on this podcast. Bare hours, people. So it's Carl, to be fair, so I can't really say that.
I've slept for the last few weeks, I'm not gonna lie.
My,
I know, I saw someone did a post, I was like, right, I saw someone do a post. No, I'm not doing the work.
You ever heard them that wild stories about your parents getting beat?
Yeah.
There's a wild story. My uncle apparently went to school one day and his friend was like, oh yes, when I get in trouble at school, I go home and I tell my daddy, and my daddy shouts at me and I run to the bathroom and I lock the door and they leave me alone.
Imagine.
So my uncle was like, yo, I'm gonna get feisty in my yard now, yeah? I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'm gonna lock the door, my parent calms down, and we'll unlock the door, come back out, life's good. Apparently, what happened was my uncle was feisty, ran upstairs, locked the bathroom door, and was chilling, happy as Larry, sat on the side of the bathtub. My grandma, not my granddad, my grandma came upstairs, kicked the door off the hinges, and beat him twice as hard.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
One beat for being rude, other beat for making a bust down the door, you know.
Standard.
Just imagine that, but what if your kids did that now?
I can't really do nothing. You can't touch nobody. You can't.
I know, exactly. So what do you do?
This is very, very naughty. Santa's gonna hear him. The elf on the shelf, he wouldn't do this, would he?
But this is what I'm saying, like...
Mike is getting beat. Mike is getting beat, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You're
Not
getting
even
beat.
getting to the point of running upstairs. You're not even getting upstairs.
Yeah, you're not getting upstairs. Yeah.
Get over here.
Get over here.
Yeah.
Standard.
All these rules and regulations
Yeah,
about
it's
you
mad,
can't do
it's
this, you
mad.
can't do that.
I
Take me to jail.
Take me to jail.
Jail, mate.
I'm just like one of them, like, yo, cool. Like, his biggest fear is me not being his friend.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yo, cool. Do what you want. I said, I'm not your friend, innit? I'm not playing with you. I'm not talking to you. I want you to talk to me. I want to be good. Well, just be good then. It's not that hard. I want you to talk to me. I was just like, now you do not exist to me now. And then I just like act like he's not there.
See, do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny? Sorry, one of my friends messaged me something random. What's mad is I don't react like that anyway. I don't care, you know. If Tyler said something to me and tried running off from me anyway, either way,
You can't run far.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like I just need to. You get me? Just let him know. Just let him feel. But now I suppose it's different because they're getting things that I can take away. Like
Then, the punishment's
I'll take their iPad away or something like that. That would affect them. But then what's funny, you saying about the best friend thing, my kids don't care. Because and I'll tell you why, because
I'm different already.
Before when they were younger, like that's one of the things that they'll say to me. They'll go, I'm not your friend. And I'll laugh at him in the face, do you know what I mean? So they
He
know.
said he's not my friend. I said, yeah, that's
Yeah, I laugh and I go, I know, you're not my friend. I'm your dad. You get me? And that's what my point is. I don't want a friendship with you. You get me? I'll be honest. That will come later on in life. It's true. Me and my dad did not.
What, yeah?
Me and my dad didn't have a friendship. We didn't get on. We clashed.
It's different.
But now we do.
When the kids, like obviously, is what free. Do you get me?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
In reality, me being his friend, it probably means more to him than the guy from school being his friend. You know? What I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously, when they know he's gonna be getting like up the ages in school, then do you know what I mean? Like obviously, we clash already.
Then he's not going to be bothered. Then he's not going to be bothered.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to mean anything to him in reality, and that's going to happen. That just genuinely happens with people in life, innit? And then obviously he's going to go through the teenage years and all those long time. It's just like, it's just...
They go through preteen.
Long,
they go through preteen first, you know.
So that's all just long.
Put your mic in between your cars.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I just think it's all long, man, looking after kids.
Yeah.
So how many more kids do you man actually want?
We filming now, yeah?
Yeah, he's been filming the whole time. He'll do shots with it.
Okay, cool.
Whatever you want me to do with it, I'll do with it. As obviously, boss.
I have not told you.
Oh, listen,
No.
you're the producer, innit? So whatever you're gonna produce with the thing, produce with the thing.
How many kids? One's enough for me. I keep on saying that. Unless something like...
You get triplets.
No, not even.
Nah, it's
Not
okay.
like-
A lot of you also need talking about.
Like, I wouldn't even say it's like mainly financially, because it is what it is. You make do with what you've got, or if you want more, want better for your kids, you'll do the most in order to obtain that. But it's more so in terms of time. Is like, if I'm going to put in everything what I want to, I'd need to do it for all of my children. And I don't think I've enough time at this moment of time to stretch myself. I feel like I'm already stretched as it is. So, yeah, one's enough for me.
To be fair, Sereno does like loads.
I know.
My man's busy. It's good though. When he gets older, he'll be like, yo, I'll do something constructive. I won't be out on the street corner because I know to do nothing.
It's like, you can drop whatever you want, but at least there's something there.
Yeah, he's tried
That's
things,
a
so
backup,
he's gonna
innit?
know what he
Yeah,
likes as well.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Man can be constructive.
So that's my issue really. And if I have another child, I'm gonna have to do that for them as well. Do you get me? I can't just do that for one and not for the other.
Because the other wouldn't really know. It's brand spanking new. You can
Yeah, I get that. But obviously, it's like,
Morally, innit?
It is, but then it's personalities as well.
It's personalities,
They might not
it
even
depends
want
on
to do this.
what they wanna
yeah,
do,
that's
innit?
what I'm saying. Because my kids they're both.
But
they're
then at
just
the
different.
same time, it's like, again, with kids, they go along with what you do. So,
Yeah.
like, if you can't do that, then you can't do that. Like, regards, they're not going to know any different until they're older. And it could work out as a positive or negative. So Sereno can turn around to me, he's like, why did you make me do so many things when I was young? I wish I did just one thing. Do you know what I mean? And the other kid was like, yeah, why don't I get to do? Like, regardless of where you are in life, you probably be like, oh, I wish in it. Like,
And you look at it
hindsight,
differently.
innit?
Like,
Yeah,
I remember
100%.
when we was all younger, we used to do piano lessons, man, every week.
Yo,
And I used
We never wanted to do that.
That's what I mean.
You never wanted to do it, but I wanted to do it because you were doing it. You know what I'm saying? So when my dad was picking me up, and I was going to the gaff, like, where's Carson Jonas? Oh, they're going piano lessons. Oh, I've got to chill on my own front. Hour.
Yo, the thing is, I started late, and I wanted to do it so bad because obviously Carlos was doing it. And then when I've done it, I'm thinking, right, I wish you didn't.
Dead. But now I'm thinking back and like, I wish I did that.
But now I'm like, I wish you did it now. Do you know what I mean?
Can you still play piano?
Yeah, basic,
I can
innit?
play one of my
okay.
like third exams. I could probably do all of that now.
This is what my
It's like
point
riding
is.
a bike, innit?
So if
Riding the bike easy, playing the piano is hard.
No, it's the same because obviously if you put in the hours in it, then you're just gonna.
It's muscle memory.
Everything's memory in it. Think about learning to read. It's memory. Everything's just. It's the same concept in it.
But that's what my point is. So back then, I looked at it and I was like, oh, I want to do that. Then I got their feedback on it. And then I was like, Because then they got back from their lesson and they look stressed. Like, even sometimes, we went with Claudette to go and pick them up, innit? And you go and pick them up, and the way up there, coming out of their lesson, depressed, and then they get gassed, vexed. Like,
Do you know why?
I had to do, or on the way, when they've got to go, and they're getting dropped off, and
Yeah,
like,
the thing
you
is,
got
'cause
piano.
honestly, when you got piano, like just imagine you're at grandma's house, everyone's having fun,
And then
you've got to leave to go to a piano lesson, and you think it's FOMO, innit? You think like, right,
Yeah.
You're going to be having
Everyone's
the time of your life.
If it was like, just say, if it was the first thing in the morning that I woke up and gone to do it, it'd probably be a bit. Nah, probably still be stressed. The fact
Yeah,
that I
he
had to
was, man.
wake up to do it, but
Because you didn't want to do it. And then that made me in turn glad
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
do it.
Yeah,
But then when I
100%.
got older, I turned around to my mum and dad and I was like, nah, how come you didn't teach me? How come you didn't send me to
Yeah, yeah, I
no
hear
musical lessons? Like, I could learn an instrument. Do you know what I mean?
Even like languages and all those
Yeah.
things, like, I wish I knew in it now.
That's one of the things that I love about you, though, still. But anyway. He teaches his children Spanish.
He can't speak Spanish, but he
He makes it up.
Did you-
He makes it up. He makes it up. Now, Isaac is actually teaching him
Yeah,
Spanish.
yeah.
He is. He is.
Nah, it's proper though. It's proper. That's what I'm saying. Like a language, if you can learn it from here, then it's nice and it just makes it easier.
Yeah, it makes life easier.
That's
innit?
what we do with Remy, actually. Well, not proper language. You just say good night and say it in different languages.
Well, what
before we go to
languages?
bed. Or goodbye, or see you soon.
Go on.
Like
Give us
French,
an example. Which
I'd
ones you
say
use?
au revoir, ciao, adios, abianto. We say all of that stuff to him every time he's going to bed. So
just say
he
that
will,
last
he'll
one.
stay downstairs.
Abianto.
Abianto, yes.
Yes. What language is that? Italian.
French.
No, it's not. Au revoir's French, innit? What's abianto mean?
It's either French or it's Spanish. It's one of the two. I did both
Is it
French and
Spanish?
Spanish.
It's
Anyway,
not Spanish.
but before we go to bed, he will literally stream all of
Yeah,
them off.
yeah.
Partly because he's trying to delay going to bed because he don't want to go to bed. So he'll say as many as
That
he
delaying
can,
tactic.
and he'll say them twice, and then he'll go up and off to bed. So that's something we do because we've wanted to teach him languages for ages.
But
But
make sure you
not doing it.
teach him a real language, innit?
Yeah, it is a real language. I'm going to find out what it is after the pod. After the pod, I'm sure. It's definitely French or Spanish. Definitely French or Spanish.
language
Viewers,
is
you
that?
tell us what it is.
Carlos.
Yeah.
Languages are good though because like a language is a thing you can take anywhere in the world. Which you don't get me wrong, if you can learn an instrument and you don't want to, when you get older, you're not musically gifted or you don't want to do
But
that.
they do often say for you like musically gifted, you would then be good at languages.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, my son's good at languages, but he just can't be bothered to speak it. And I'm like, I get it. He tried to at one point, and then when the second child came, I couldn't really spend as much time with him.
Yeah.
So then he was like, why should I speak to you in another language when no one else does?
In the household.
It's only me and you.
What about?
She don't speak any languages. She tries on occasion. So the other day she was talking to him about his teacher, and she called the teacher like Professor, whatever the teacher's name is. And I'm like, it's a lady, so it's Professora, and she was like, and she couldn't say the word.
Yeah.
Meant to be said, but it's one of them, innit? Like you don't work in that language because it's not.
Yeah, because she don't need to speak it. She's never. It's not. Yeah.
It's not instrumental for her in her life.
Yeah.
It's work and so forth. So it varies, innit? But yeah, languages are a good thing for kids to know.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Also, if you get them to learn languages now, when
It's
they go to
easier.
school, it's gonna be way easier.
Yeah.
And I remember when you're in school now, you really want to get like an easy A, so you go do media studies. Yo, my kid knows Spanish or French or German. Go do that lesson, man.
It makes life so much easier because then I can concentrate everything else, if you know what I mean.
And also, when you learn another language, you have to learn it structurally rather than just like conversationally. Whereas we speak English conversationally, so we speak English a lot of the time incorrectly.
Yeah.
And someone comes
You
from
notice
another
they speak
country.
better.
Yeah, and then we can't understand them.
Yeah, we're like, well, why have you said it like that? That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
But grammatically, they're correct. We're not because we just learn it from hearing things.
Yeah, it's funny because I got a colleague from Russia, and when she talks to me, and she tries saying some of the stuff like you say in English, and I just look at her and I go, no, you wouldn't say it like that. But what it is she's a professor, and she learned English through academics, so speaking to other like-minded people. So the words that she would use are way larger than what we need in normal day-to-day vocabulary.
I think
Nobody
that's
will come out with it.
But I think English language is just, I feel like most people learn it, but I think it's one of the most difficult ones in terms of the structure of it. Every other like language just seems like pretty straightforward when you actually break it.
Apart from Mandarin, because boy, I don't know about that one.
But then that's why they're good at maths, isn't it? Because like how they, even in terms of their numbers, it makes sense to them. Like say for example, we say 10 as in 1 and 0. and 20 is 2 and 0. They it's like.
Show off. Go on. Show off.
No, I'm not gonna.
No, that's what I'm waiting for, you know. Waiting for
I
this.
can't actually do it, but it's like, yeah, it's pretty basically, instead of us saying 10, 20, 30, 40, there's 10 is 1 and 0, 20 is 2 and 0, and then that's how it like breaks down, because we've got all these like weird words that don't even necessarily
So like
mean
30
anything.
doesn't actually mean
Like
anything.
50 in reality should be 50. That's how it makes sense to them.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And 60 is 6, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So 20 is like, in reality, that should be 2. But that's how they break it down, and that's how you realise like a lot of people from like China and Japan and all those countries are very good at maths, because that's how it's broken down in their numbers quickly.
And it makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah.
So did you not teach your kids sign language? Because you learn sign language, right?
Yeah. I've shown them a bit of sign language. It depends, but then they won't pick it up. So that they had that's why I went through a stage of showing them a bit of Mr. Tumble, but he's Macintosh, so it's a bit of a different type of sign language to what I was showing.
Not gonna lie, I thought you were dissing him. I thought Macintosh was like, his Maca is not very good at it.
No, it's just a different type of sign. But I did BSL, but then I'm rusty on it, because at the time when I learnt it years ago, it was because someone who was hearing was showing me, and I just like communicating with people. So like, it's annoying me that I won't be able to communicate with someone that's deaf. Mm-hmm. So then I thought, right, well, how can I do that? So then I went for the first level, and I ended up doing the second level as well, because I just got a better understanding of it. So I showed the kids certain things, and like, if I'm walking in supermarkets and you see someone who's deaf and then they're signing, I can more or less follow the conversation that they're having just from across the room, which is quite good.
So you see you just stared at them and think, what the...
No, because it's quite... Yeah, it's quite funny, because they'll do it, and then they'll normally sign something over and see what... Do you know what I mean? What I'll do? Yeah, or they'll just look at... Because some people just look at you and think, why are you looking at me?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, some of them will do that while you're looking at me. And then it was funny actually the other day, because we went somewhere. I think it was a shop. And it was all four of us, and was doing something. And then I went and held door and did something for this guy. And then he said something. And then I sort of... Oh yeah, he was doing something, and he did something for the kids, but he was deaf. So I just turned around, because I heard him speak. So he sort of turned around and looked at me. So I just went, oh, thank you. Like that. And then he just went, and it's like his eyes lit up. So then he just rushed straight over to us, and then just started full on just talking. He wasn't signing, but he was full on just talking to me. And then what you find is with deaf people, they lip read a lot.
Yeah.
So all I was doing was just watching his lips. And then you start to pick up what he's saying anyway. Do you know what I mean? So you can pick up more without him saying
that's what I
sign.
say, like, languages is much more than language in it. Obviously, you got your body language and like your sign language, and I just feel like that is very important for kids to know, even to read any type of room that they go into, if that makes sense.
You might have gone abroad now, and then because of how we look, people assume you're from that country. And you say something in that country's like language, and then they just start
speaking English.
Yeah, they'll just talk to their language.
Yeah.
All the time.
I'm like, I don't know.
That's the only thing I know. I only know bonjour.
Bonjour, they're like, "Ça va, bro?"
Last minute, ça va.
Volley-von.
Yeah. So my missus is Portuguese, innit? So when we go Portugal, people start talking to me Portuguese, because they assume that I'm Portuguese.
Just sat there like...
So some of the words they're saying, I can make a sentence out of what they're saying, innit?
Yeah.
But I won't be able to say it
back.
back. Yeah. But I understand certain things that they're saying.
Me with most.
But that's good though, because obviously I've heard like Aaliyah say set things.
Yeah. So both the kids, they speak Portuguese. Well, they don't speak it, but they understand it.
They understand it.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
That's it.
Portuguese is a really good language too, because in my humble opinion, when it's written, it looks very similar to Spanish.
Yeah.
From the Romance languages, but it sounds so different.
Very different.
And then Brazil's also like a big
Portuguese as well.
Portuguese, but then they speak. It's different Portuguese to
Brazilian Portuguese, isn't it?
Yeah, but it says economics. I think Brazil's like a big market, isn't it? So if you can speak Portuguese, then you can
Access.
when you wanna work in business or finance later on.
Yeah, it's like Spanish, isn't it?
Get the mic.
Isn't it, man?
Yeah, it's all good. So like I once was somewhere and some lady came up to me and she said to me in Portuguese, "Do you speak Portuguese?" And I could say back in Portuguese, "No, I don't." Then she was like, "Yeah, but you do." So in my head though, it clicked and I was like, no, but I don't. I said to her again in Portuguese, but she was like, yeah, but you
You are.
yeah.
So
You're
you needed to
talking
say,
Portuguese.
I can speak a very, very small amount. Is
I
what you
don't
need
know
to
that
learn.
phrase. All of the thing is, now fella.
But then
No
again,
fala
you have to-
Portuguese.
You have to just do like signs in it. Like if you use your
Yeah,
hands,
yeah,
there, people
because
just
I'll go.
yeah.
Oh, it's just signs, just signals.
They look at you and they're like, oh, you're not from our country. It's like, blah, blah. You're like, I don't know about that word.
Yeah, funny enough, that never happens to me.
Yeah, trust me. Trust me. I feel like I can just tell it straight away.
Yeah. You got to, he's English.
Easy.
It must be that because I never
He's
get
wearing
none of that.
shorts in the winter.
Yeah. Never.
Bonjour, like, hi pal, you alright? Oh, fucking
He's one of them. He's a Brit.
Easy. Well, thank you for getting to the end of the episode. Really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share, and as we keep saying now, if there's any subjects you want us to cover, please just put that in the comments or just message one of us on social media.
Slide into my DMs. Yeah? Dash. You know who I am. We out here.
Jeez.
And it's Rastadad again. Thank you, guys.
And it's Ollie85, guys. Like and subscribe. Cheers.